Welcome back, everybody. Time for Game 3 to the Decider in the Summit Asia. I'm Gods. Joining me is Molini. We're beyond the Summit here, covering the Summit, our homegrown LAN tournament. We're going to have a LAN tournament here in our studio, in our house at least. We're going to be doing some renovating, some refurbishing. We've got 6 teams going to be making their way to LA. 2 of them decided, DK and Navi receiving direct invites. 4 more. Are you excited, Ben?
4 more TBD.
Yeah, TBD. 2 Americans, so we're going to help out the American scene, give 2 spots to the American. Well, in the end, it's 2 spots for each region, but America has 2 fully open qualifiers. There wasn't really a clear go-to American invite at the time, but as it stands, it'll be EG, Liquid, and Cloud9 fighting over those spots, as well as some other upcoming American teams. So we'll see who it's going to be, but for now, it's the Summit Asia. We've got China as well as Southeast Asia battling over their 1 spot to join DK as the Asian representatives, and a Hyperglory team and New Element fighting for survival here. Winner of this match will stay alive. Loser is going to be knocked out of the tournament for good. It's tied 1 apiece, so we'll get ourselves into the Game 3 draft now and see what's going to be coming out here. What do you feel like these 2 teams need to change up and do in game number 3?
I think NE needs to go all aggro and take HGT out of their comfort zone. Like, stop ZSNJ from... Or let him farm, but let his team suffer. Or keep him down. I think they really come online, I think, like after Blink Dagger. So if they can put pressure before that, then remaining. I think that NE will be in a pretty good place. HGT, I think they need to just adapt better to what NE is doing. In first game, they just didn't rotate properly. They kept Enchantress up in the offensive lane for far too long when they should have been in a defensive position. And I think that Centaur was really important for their game last game, so I'm not surprised to see them take it first.
Okay.
Also, NE needs to draft better. The next pick was just terrible. That pretty much cost them a game, I'd say.
I mean, you look at this, we're in a Game 3, and it's tied 1 apiece, but the game that NE won was, like, not VG game, HGT just throwing the draft almost. Like, doing a solo mid Keeper of the Light.
That's true.
That was like, here, we're going to win this series, so let's just do something completely crazy in Game 1. And I think they suddenly realized, like, oh, crap, we can't get away with... Like, NE's not as easy as they thought, maybe.
That's true. But NE was in a groove, too. Like, they didn't really make it that... They didn't really make any mistakes in that game. I mean, granted, they were really far
All
ahead.
the arrows were landing. Like, I think if you look at... That was one of those, like, rare games where Marana, like, just hits every arrow. Not, like... I mean, it's good arrows, but, like, end of the day, like, you can throw perfect arrows, but if your opponents are aware and ready for them and dodging them, some games they just don't land. That was one of those games where every single arrow seemed to find a target. They go Rubik Visage, so NE for... They actually pick support heroes. What is this? Since when did NE pick support heroes? Normally they're like doing Marana plus Bounty Hunter support and all kinds of... Like Doom Jungle. Like these guys, not known for actually picking support heroes, but that's what it's going to be here in Game 3.
10 seconds remaining.
Rubik stole a lot of Stampedes last game, but I still don't really feel like it did that much. I still contest that they should have gotten a defensive support last game to break their combo, like defensive Shadow Demon Disrupt or Abaddon or anything of that nature would have gone a long way. Even a Dazzle, I think, would have been pretty good for them. But like Doom just died so many times before he got his BKB off, and that really cost him in the mid game. And Centaur plus a couple other stunners is just going to be the same thing and just mass stun. I also think that NE should probably ban out Sanking. I think that Sanking was very, very annoying for them. And you talked about they should have banned out Storm close to the end of the draft. I think they just gave him a lineup that was too... It wasn't easy to execute. It was just easy to get lots of chain stuns and just kill people.
Well, no chance to ban the Sanking. They second pick. You can't really ban it in the first stage, especially when HGT have first pick. Otherwise, Ember Spirit gets through the pool. Maybe Lycan does.
I like how they didn't open with the same opener they did last time, though. So it was Centaur, and then NE picked Invoker and Nyx in response, and then HGT picked...
5 seconds remaining.
They had Enchantress, but I don't know if
Enchantress was
third.
Was it Lifestealer? It wasn't Lifestealer.
Time.
It was Lifestealer, Venge... No, I guess... I mean, it might have been Sanking.
It might have been Centaur Sanking, you're right. They had Sanking, Enchantress, they had... Who was their solo mid?
A Storm.
That's Storm, yeah. Storm was their last pick, so it was either the Sanking or the Enchantress, I would say. But I can't recall exactly what it was. We can check, actually. How about no? Well, no. I'll mess up our overlays. Panic. And Brian. Oh, well. You're meant to react and take away the overlays as I go scooping through. No, that's okay. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm making Brian work. Game 2. What was game 2?
You can't
Radiant
see the
team
draft,
ban.
though.
Oh, you can't see the draft. No, we can't check. You're right. We can't check. That was I'm sorry, Brian. I apologize. What were the first two picks from Hyperglory team in
I
game
know it
number
was
two?
Centaur first.
Yeah.
Picks.
Yeah, picks.
10 seconds remaining.
Okay, so it's the
Okay.
exact same opening in game 2.
5
Centaur
seconds
Sankin coming out
remaining.
again. Yeah, I mean, it seems to really fit their playstyle well,
Reserve
and
time.
they can get the hard carry for ZSMJ with this if they want, or if they want to go for that more. I mean, Lifesteal basically was played as a hard carry last game, but it can also be played as a more early to mid game carry as well if you want to get aggressive.
Damn, I'm surprised HGT banned out Lifestealer.
It would have been New Element having the first pick coming out of the banning stage, but I guess
10
HGT have something
seconds
different in mind
remaining.
here with this game 3. Do we see ZSMJ go to a more classic carry maybe?
Dire team
He's been playing
ban.
quite a bit of Morphling, Weaver as well. And I think like last game having as many melee heroes as they did was definitely one of the weaknesses of the HGT lineup, but New Element didn't. They went for the greedy jungle Doom, they had an offlane Nyx. These heroes don't really
10
counter
seconds
mass
remaining.
melee lineups, but you look at ranged supports like Rubik Visage with a potential like
seconds
another
remaining.
ranged carry or like a good kiting heroes, that's where you don't really want to go triple melee with a lifestealer
Reserve
carry
time.
maybe. I don't know.
I don't really think of these two as like super hard counter to melee. Melee counters, I feel like Axe is really good. Magnus, like those type of heroes. Darkseer, like
Yeah.
if you have like 3 melee, you'll just get obliterated. Sinking, I actually don't feel is like a true melee hero either.
No, he's never right clicking and his Barrow Strike's always coming from range.
Yeah, I would say
Hopefully.
caustic damage is like into triple digits on heroes.
Sankings
They're
don't
in the
even go caustic much anymore. It used to be like fairly common, but nowadays like you're maxing your
Dire
Sandstorm plus
team
Barrow
pick.
Strike, and by the time you're level like 10, it's like sometimes not even worth getting the caustic.
Yeah.
I don't know what Pretty Hole went for last game, but I think it may have been stats. But Viper picked for a New Element here, so that's a good hero
Radiant team
against
pick.
melees, kind of. Well, I mean, we'd say melees, but like you say, it's Sanking not a true melee. Centaur you can stampede away with from the slows, so not necessarily the best counter pick for this lineup.
I still think they need to pick like lane dominators and win their lane pretty hard. Visage, one of the best tri-laners. I don't know if he's still one of the best tri-laners,
Yeah.
but he definitely was. Viper, probably the best one-on-one hero in the game right now. Anyone else that can beat him? I would say he's the best
10
one.
seconds.
I mean, there's heroes who
remaining.
can kind of just trade farm with him if you bottle crow enough.
Dire
Yeah.
team
HGT going to pick a
I don't even
ZSM
think there are
melee.
heroes that can. Oh, so be a safe lane Viper or an
Radiant
offensive
team
tri
pick.
Viper. I think they can actually contest this offensive
Yeah.
this tri lane. Sinking is notoriously weak early. He's melee. He doesn't have that high armor. His range on his stun is crap. His stun takes like a fair amount of mana too. So I think Viper plus these two supports can just wreck Morphling +2. Morphling's really low range too.
Do you think HGT want to go for the Enchantress again here?
10 seconds remaining.
I think they could. It depends on
5
whether or not
seconds
they know
remaining.
they think HE is gonna tri-lane them. He's gonna
Dire
tri-lane them.
team
If he
back.
I
if he
think it's good regardless, though. Like you can fight the offensive tri-lane with the Enchantress creeps, or even if they go offlane whoever, you can just gank mid instead.
Radiant
I'm
team
surprised they're not
ban.
that scared of the Enchantress. Enchantress caused a lot of problems for Nyx last game.
Yeah.
So who is it gonna be last?
HGT need a mid, and it looks like any don't really have an offlane here unless, like you say, they go for the offensive tri-lane. I think if they go offensive tri-lane, like Viper, like you say, he's
Dire
great
team
1v1, so you may as well do Viper 1v1 against Centaur.
Yeah.
And then
That's true.
Marana offensive tri-lane, I think, is maybe the way to
Radiant
go. Like
team
Rubik
pick.
Visage Marana, that's a lot scarier than Rubik Visage Viper.
Who does the HGT go for last though?
Someone against DK.
Shadow Fiend.
It's normally like a 4 protect 1 kind of style with ZSMJ. Rarely do they
That's
pick
true.
up too many carries.
Shadow
Kaka's
Fiend-
played a lot of Puck, which is banned. You could go Storm again. I don't think you want Storm though against this aggressive.
I don't
lineup.
think so either.
DK is really good against Storm too. I
10
feel.
seconds remaining.
Who else is there? Puck. Puck's generally
I want
okay.
to see the
5
Brewmaster return.
seconds
I like
remaining.
the solo mid Brewmaster.
Do they play Brew?
I've no idea. I haven't seen them. I only know
Reserve
Air
time.
for his Brewmaster we
5
saw the other day.
seconds remaining.
Clockwork going to be going mid against the Dragonite, it looks like. This is kind of nice. It's a bit different, but they've already got the initiation of Centaur and Sanking. It didn't feel like they were lacking the initiation. That's the main thing Clockwork brings to the table.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the Clockwork. I don't feel good about it though.
Yeah. Against Rubik, who can just lift him out. He's against 4 ranged heroes. Like, you hook on someone, you're just setting up a Mirana arrow on yourself. Like, I kind of agree that I'm not sure this is the best Clockwork game.
I would like to see like a better tempo controller. Well, and he can't actually like dominate a Dragon Knight in mid either. He can do okay, but yeah, he doesn't fill the role that they need. They have initiation with Centaur, they have initiation with Sand King, and once he goes in, there's like no great escape plan for him too.
Where are the Night Stalkers? I miss Night Stalker.
Night Stalker would have been good.
Some
5
Night Stalker play.
seconds remaining.
He's some good 4-on-5 action with Morphling. That's the kind of hero that I like to see in the 4 Protect 1. Like a very aggressive hero that doesn't do well in the late game, but he has a very high impact in the early mid.
Well, disconnect coming out here. It's Game 3, your decider in the Summit Asia. A big thanks to those of you tuning in on this fine day. This is our only best of 3 for today. Some of the other matches have been rescheduled with the WPC schedule change. We've had to change some of our schedule to accommodate to WPC. So a big thanks to those of you who are patient with us and are bearing with us, watching the games on the stream or watching in Dota TV. Hello to you, those of you in Dota TV. We also do realize this often or sometimes Dota TV audio issues because of the Perfect World servers. Unfortunately, those are somewhat out of our control. Connecting to Perfect World servers is always a bit of a nightmare. But all the games played for the Summit on the European and American servers should be pretty crystal clear. But here we go. Game 3, HGT versus NE. Let's get things underway here as it looks like there's going to be a reconnect coming in from the last New Element player.
And he is ready to go.
All right. Well, we'll introduce our 2 teams. Let's start there. It's going to be HGT on the Radiant side. Hearts get together, and they did get their shit together in Game 2, so you'll be happy about that, Ben. We're going to see Kaka playing the Clockwork. He's going to be heading mid lane, I imagine. Pretty hot on the Sand King. S going to be playing the Jungle Enchantress again. ZSMJ on Morphling and XTT. Familiar sight for him. The Centaur War Runner going to be picked up by him. And then on the Dire side, who we got on the Dire side?
We have Maple on the Mirana, the carry Mirana 4576, actually playing a conventional support for once. On the Rubik, Shiki on the solo mid Dragon Knight, The Answer on the Visage, and DJ on the Viper. So solo mid Viper, or solo safe lane Viper should match up very well versus Centaur. They could actually put Centaur mid and Clockwork off lane, but not. I don't know if I don't know if they're going to.
Centaur's gotten 2 Tangos, Paul. This is a not having not bought any Tangos himself. I'm wondering what he can rush boots off of this, but against the Viper, you want all the Tangos you can get.
Yeah.
Oh, aggression maybe coming out of the bottom lane. They're setting a bit of a trap here. They've got 4 heroes for this one. The Barstrike can lead things off here. Rubik's in trouble. Hoofstomp not in range. Maybe goes for a double-edged set, and that he does. ZSMJ kill secured, he says.
Easy kill.
That's a nice first blood.
What is he doing there? First.
Well, HGT set up a trap with 4 heroes, and Sand King waited in like the perfect little spot, like right behind the trees here. So he goes in, gets the Burrow Strike before the Rubik can respond.
Yep. And did they actually get a D-ward off too? It looks like it.
Not quite.
They didn't get it? No, they only have one. Oh no, they didn't. They didn't actually.
It's so hard to D-ward the Dire off lane. There's so many different spots you can put this Observer Ward in. It's tricky.
Yeah, this one's a good one.
Well, just out of range there. Radiant Observer Ward gets planned, but any know this. They ping it out. They saw the Sand King going into lane with the Observer Ward to plant down. An immediate D-ward coming in from the Rubik. Any deny? Nope. Rubik gets himself 50 gold, and more importantly, the D-ward action happening at the bottom lane. So Trylane versus Trylane, even with First Blood being picked up by ZSMJ, they'll still commit to this one. ZSMJ's already got his Bassering up. He starts with 8 Tangos, as you like to see on your carry when he's up against Trylane versus Trylane, and
oh, they have put the Centaur mid. It's a much better matchup for Centaur.
It makes sense with the Tango build, the 2 Tango build he went, where he got fooled, so. Clockwork against Viper is tough for Clockwork, but he can manage a bit better than Central would. Oh, actually,
you know, I actually don't like the Nether Toxin or the Poison Attack first build. I think the Nether Toxin build's a little bit better.
Oh, for the last hitting? Yeah. Yeah,
for last hitting. And it's a Clockwork. Most melees you can just harass out anyways, as you should be in a melee versus range lineup. And in the side lanes, you have a little bit more wiggle room to actually move around and harass and not get creep aggro. As opposed to mid lane, where I think that the poison attack might be a little bit better, but it's all about the last hits, I think, in a one-on-one situation.
The South things off the bottom lane. Shockwave's coming in here as Satyr has been picked up. He's already used 4 Shockwaves, so getting good use out of this one, forcing lots of Tangos. Also providing the regen for ZSM
They have
on
to
this
split
Mirana.
up. They can't keep getting hit by these double
That was
shockwaves.
2 double Shockwaves in a row, at least as far as I saw. I don't know what happened
more.
before that.
Is it gonna be a triple shockwave? It will be.
Did that hit 4, 5, 7, 6?
Actually, I don't know.
I
It
didn't
was
see
a
his
graphical.
HP go.
It looked like a graphical
go down.
bug.
Yeah.
And it looked like it traveled right over him. But
I think it
still,
was just-
you can't line up for 3
Triple
Triple
Shockwaves for
shockwaves?
days. And now
double
there's a
shockwaves,
Centaur.
whatever.
These scripts are just harassing. This is not looking for a kill. I think realizing that getting a kill on a Mirana with Leap and Rubik Visage sitting behind is best case scenario. You trade 1 for 1 because Mirana Visage always going to get a kill in
Visage
return.
TPing already. Wow, who are they gonna get a kill on? Clockwork? Or is he pulling? Or
Wow,
what?
Clockwork's. Oh, he almost dies there. DJ, if he had boots, he can get that kill, but 285 movement speed to the Clockwork's 315. Clockwork in the 315 club. The lucky few.
The awesome club.
That's where you want to be, the 315 club.
Oh, he actually went no corrosive skin either. I guess corrosive skin is not that useful versus clock.
It's not bad for the Rocket Flare harass, because it's pretty easy to proc.
Yeah.
It procs on Rocket Flare, which is always really annoying. But we'll see XCT mid lane. He's gone bottle center as you'd expect. So he's got 14 CS, DK with 15. This mid 1v1 matchup is just like, you farm, okay, I farm, okay, we're both happy. No one's really going to see too much happening until maybe Centaur hits level 6 and can use Stampede to help out the other lanes. Or if they find like a big rune, like a haste rune to gank the other lanes. But DK finds a haste, then he doesn't want to go ganking. It's more the Centaur who could theoretically gank early. DK just wants to get his level 6.
DJ gets caught out. A Cog. What in the heck?
Wow.
How does he get caught out by a
And
Cog?
that's with Visage up there as well.
Clockwork doesn't even have boots.
315 against
285.
285. Yeah. I don't know.
That's pretty sad that Viper dies in a
top
one-on-one
tower is
situation.
under
I'm not. I have not
It
been
also,
impressed by
I think
DJ.
it happened because of the creep pull. Because there was actually a creep pull that happened. So he got, like, left by himself with a
So
creep
you
wave.
can just go to tower.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't really justify
His Bat
it,
Rider
but-
was decent, but his other off-lane or solo lane heroes has just not been very impressive.
Not the best start here. 4576 has smoked up on the any side. He takes an illusion rune out of thin air.
And
So
look at this, like DJ's also getting a lot of his creeps denied too because Clockwork's able to creep pull, and that's a triple spawn too. Not exactly sure who try-spawned it, but Viper not doing very well in his lane. I think that's the biggest strength about the hero. He wins his lane.
it's not happening right now. He's 17 CS. Is leading the Clockwork, almost double his CS, but end of the day, giving up that kill is really costly. They're looking for a smoke gank here in mid lane. Shiki does have one hero backing him up in the form of the Rubik. 4, 5,
Is your
7,
client
6.
lagging?
Hasn't been close. I'm good. Fire Strike to lead things off. Shiki doesn't get the double edge, and without that, Shiki, he's still alive for now, trying to bottle up, not going to get it off then.
Mine
The
is
Perfect World servers.
Do you see mine? It's all choppy.
Yeah. Sometimes it happens on Perfect World servers, unfortunately.
Try to
Dire's
reconnect.
bottom tower
Reconnect
is under
normally
attack.
helps. Like, half the time it helps, half the time it doesn't. But, no. Malini's left me for now, but 3 kills unanswered for HGT. That's bad news for any. So.
That's really bad because I considered that their strong point in their first game. And they're a decent comeback team, I suppose, though, so it's not the end of the world.
Even their lineup, though, is meant to get kills early on. Like, you look at Visage plus Mirana. Viper lesser, like, 1v1, he's meant to win his lane, not necessarily get kills. But the tri-lane didn't find any kills. The Rubik Visage haven't really successfully rotated to other lane to find kills, so...
Can't actually reconnect.
Sad days.
Struggle is
yeah.
real.
It's hard. Hard life. New patch, man. Maybe there's a little patch fix or something that's causing you problems. I don't know. Maybe they fixed the bug that I'm not allowed to talk about. Here we go, top lane, Shiki now rotating, and he's level 60, but the Clockwork's gone in first. He hooked into 2 heroes! What is he doing? What? You're about to see it.
I don't
What
see
are these little
anything.
ghosts walking around
I
there?
have no idea. My client is super
Radiant's
buggy.
top tower is under
Maybe
attack.
restarting Steam will help? I'm not sure.
That was... What the heck was that?
That was such a YOLO play. He got a 2-hero.
I was like, look at me, guys. Look what I can do.
He hooked 2 heroes, hit them both in cogs, and then just died.
Yeah, I'm just gonna concede. I'm just gonna cast off your screen.
Okay. That's fine with me. Well, ZSMJ this entire time is farming. Like, he did start off farming slowly because it was against the tri-lane, but now it's just a solo Mirana. Rubik and Visage have gone top, so ZSMJ will do pretty well against Mirana here. Mirana, no phase boots, can't really outlast hit ZSMJ too easily here at the bottom lane.
So we see this from some DKs. They... Oh, my thing's back up. Oh, I saw the courier fly.
Oh, you're good to go. No, you're still in freeze frame mode.
Yeah, we see this from some DKs. They rotate with their ultimate and just immediately try to take down a tower, but looks like they won't get too much.
He did go. He was looking for the kill into push here, and they did get the kill, even though they got it without him. But yeah, not gonna matter too much here. Viper will be rushing a mech as you normally expect from your Vipers. Has the buckler plus Hedris. Nothing more on top of that. Until Shiki gets his ultimate back up again, probably not going to see another push coming anytime soon. At least not for the next 30 or so seconds while that's down.
My client's just dead.
Yeah. Sorry to hear that.
I'll try to reconnect.
Yeah, but just every time you reconnect, maybe you land on a different server and it's going to be better. But that's all I can. I'm glad it's your computer, not mine.
I'm surprised they haven't done any Midases in this whole entire series.
ZSMJ.
Oh, actually,
Midas
ZSMJ
Lifestealer, yeah.
Okay, never mind.
The Chinese Morphlings don't generally go Midas. It's a very, like, Arteezy does, like, the solo mid Morphling players, like, Envy and Arteezy do it, but...
I think you can do it on the safe lane, like, even easier than mid. Because most of the time it's uncontested, so you'll get it even faster.
He gets himself a tier 1 tower. He can still go Midas after his treads if he wants to go back for it. Like, I don't think you have to get them... Like, getting a 10-minute Midas is still pretty good, generally.
Yeah.
See what he does from here, and he's going to be just... Morphling's just so hard to gank or kill that he can just keep pressuring these towers really aggressively. I mean, he's not pressuring the tier 2 really, but he's just farming very far away from his tower. No support anywhere in sight. They've got the Centaur Stampede, and that's where maybe we're going to see a kill attempt at top lane on DJ.
How many points of Cross Skin does he have?
He's got just the 2 here. He's gone for a 2-2-2 build. He's going to get caught in the cogs here. Viper Strike on the Clockwork. There's a Stampede if they want to use it to escape it. The Soul Assumption will bring down the Clockwork. It looks like one more right click from DJ. No Stampede being used here.
2's good enough.
Saves his life. The Buckler and Magic Stick helping him out as well. All about that. Plus, what, 2 armor?
This Clockwork's so YOLO.
He is.
Like, he was winning his lane, and then he just...
Yeah. Now he Stampedes. That's not helping him. That was entirely for the Sanking bottom lane, though. ZSMJ.
Did Sanking go to 2-3-0 build again? Jeez.
Yeah. That
really likes that Sandstorm.
He's not jungling at the moment either. Like, he's got a bit smallish stack here. Well, it's not really much of a stack going on there. So top tier 1 tower goes down to the DK. Didn't even use the ulti form, so they actually can chip at this tier 2 as well. They'll say, you guys take out tier 1, we'll at least start doing some damage to your tier 2. And after killing the Clockwork twice and pushing some towers, they're actually back in this game.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
HGT does not have that good anti-push. Maybe if they can combo something with Clockwork, like if they have Epi, or if they have like Centaur with a Blink, but until then, they're going to be against the ropes and... Oh no, the Clockwork illusion, no!
They see the real Clockwork, it was like even throwing rocket flares, and they don't get the... They're actually being pressured right back on their tier 2 mid. And tier 2s, especially at the mid lane, this is near the Roshan pit, so you don't want to be losing your tier 2 mid, your tier 2 bottom. In a game that could... This game looks like it could well drag 30-40 minutes in at this rate here. Morphling's farming well. Less so from the NE side. NE are going to want to end this one, but I don't know how well
I don't think
can.
either team has like a really explosive lineup. Like if you get one tower, you can just start snowballing off. So it'll just be a lot of back and forth. I think Morphling is really important for HGT in the late game, but in the mid game it's all about sinking a Centaur. What can they do? And Clockwork too, for that matter. But Clockwork, yeah, I don't know how much we're gonna be able to count on him.
This Clockwork, he's 1 and 2. He's got 26 CS. He's like, if you look at his just score and like his CS right now, you say, oh, he's done all right. He's an offlane hero. He's dice hero there. He's got good farm. He's got good levels. But it's the way he died where you just got to like scratch your head a bit and think, what was he thinking? ZSMJ will be rushing the Lincoln, so no Midases.
He loves his Lincoln. Lincoln is pretty good here. Blocks Viper Strike and Dragon Tail are the most notable too, but a lot of fodder spells coming out from Rubik and Visage.
Centaur's actually finished the Blink Dagger for HGT, so they've got that initiation now on their side, but I guess he can team up with the Clockwork to try burst down heroes. Sanking also getting close to a Blink here, so pretty whore, level 6, Blink up in about 500. And when they have the double blinks with a clockwork, they put a lot of burst damage and a lot of insta-killing power. Even without it, they want to kill this Viper. Viper has a mech. They're going to have to use everything. I think they even use the epicenter for this kill. They really need to burst him down here. Sanking, he got spotted, I believe.
He has a mech. I don't... That's a tough kill.
That daytime kill, like, he tried to sneak into the trees here, but this, like, there was just enough vision from the Dire side, I think, that spotted him out. Meanwhile, mid lane, clockwork. Well,
YOLO player.
I mean, that wasn't the YOLO play. That was just like farming where he shouldn't play. But
I'm gonna call it YOLO plays.
All right.
He's the YOLO player of this game.
It was the Jimmy play. The clock.
Well,
the initial hook at top was a Jimmy play.
Jimmy play would be hook shot into those two, cog, trap him, and then force F out. That's what he would do. And then hook shot would be on cooldown for like a minute.
That's Stallion, I guess, but this is still
that's ambitious.
They can do it, I guess. I mean, Roshan plus 1 armor, he's pretty OP now, but anything.
They have untouchable. Oh, wait, no. Do they have Viper? Viper can tank it with Grocer Skin and close attack very easily.
They're using just Medallion. They'll throw another arrow in a second here to help them out. They can do this. It's just going to take a damn long time. And the thing is, it'll take a while, but HGT probably just think they're smoked up or something. Because, like, how likely is it that you go for Roshan with this lineup?
Also, how do you kill him?
Scout it out.
How do you kill a Morphin, though, with this lineup? Like, who else would they be smoking? Well, this tower's dead.
Roshan goes down. It's too late. Centaur he gets lifted up here. Needs to be careful. Arrow. Not going to follow just yet, but with the Viper Strike, the arrow will land, and XCT is going to go down.
Poor Stampede. 3 seconds. How did they have vision of him? They did? He was just slow with the blink.
It was just Rubik walked up to him. Rubik just came up, said hello.
When you see that and Roshan's already dead, you know you're not going to go in. Oh. So, I'm not really sure what he was doing there, especially considering his team was on the other side of the river.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was thinking it'd be like going for a solo initiate here, and NE. 4 kills to 3 up. Gold lead, 500 in their favor. Experience much better though. That's 2,500 for them.
See, this game they have a better lineup to actually accomplish objectives with. Like a Doombringer, you can get a kill with Doom. You can't translate that into tower kill, but a DK, a Visage, and a Viper with a mech, that is a lot of 5-man potential early, and they're going to bring on the pain as ZSMJ and company early. And ZSMJ, he can't really do anything. He can farm a split push and apply pressure, but in terms of actually defending these towers, he can go there to clean up. But without a sinking blink, do they have sinking blink?
So it was coming close. 50 away from it. So no sinking blink. Yeah. And still just level 2 Burrow Strikes. We need to hit at least level 7 for the level 3 Burrow Strike, ideally. Maybe even better than that one. But they get the tier 2. Some pressure on this bottom. No, that's not pressure. That's a full HP tower. They force out a glyph here. That's a Furbolg. Hellbear?
Hellbear.
You're not allowed to call them Furbolgs anymore.
Can I call him Furblog?
I wish Valve had taken that approach where they just made like a Dota 2 parody of the Blizzard
Kentar
Dota.
with a K instead of a C.
Just and then you make Mirana Podum, like actually spelled out Podum instead of Podum.
Mirana with an H, like Piranha.
I don't know.
That'd be really funny.
What other ones can you do?
I don't actually know. I'm not too up to date with copyright laws.
I mean, in theory, like, parodies are okay, but like if you're still like that would not quite be parody. That would be
Murano with an H.
I mean, at some point that's just.
Is it? But what's right and what's not? I don't know.
There's some parody laws. I'm not.
What about Murano with 2 H's? It sounds a little bit different. See,
the more H's, the better. So just keep adding more H's, and then you're good.
Radiant's bottom tower
we'll
is under
talk to our
attack.
lawyers after this game and get an answer for you guys on the stream.
Get Charlie on.
We don't have lawyers.
We need Charlie.
we're not big stuff yet.
Charlie or
bottom
Ken.
tower is under attack.
No, yeah.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
What? Where's that clockwork go? Oh, it's back to a teammate. He almost got down. I was about to say I heard clockwork shots. I couldn't quite see where he went.
That's why you need bigger minimap icons.
Yeah. I do. I'm very stuck in like using default Dota 2 settings.
Ew.
I don't use any.
That's the only thing I do. The minimap
Radiant's
icon.
bottom tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Relatively slow game.
Just more towers. It's slow, but there's still objectives being taken.
Yes.
Like any take tower after tower.
They're trying to force fights with the Aegis. HGT trying to delay fights and wear out the Aegis. That's pretty much what's going on.
And HGT doing a good job of split pushing. Like they're giving up towers, but they're always trying to do damage in return. So this top tier 2 tower, multiple TPs coming their way though. And they'll see the push and the bottom lane. They should know this is coming. And it looks like Shiki not going to actually catch one out with this one. So a quintuple TP, I want to say. Everyone TP's top.
They need like a Shadow Blade on DK in order to catch people out. Like, how are they going to actually catch people? Mirage Ultimate, maybe?
I think we saw Newbie run the DK the other day, like in a very similar strategy to what we're seeing here, but they did go for that Shadow Blade first.
It's just so strong.
Yeah.
If he doesn't have a Shadow Blade, you're not scared to split push at all. I guess Morphling's not really scared anyways, but you need some threat around the map besides just being able to 5-man. ZSMJ is getting fat.
And even just when you're pushing, you want to have that good initiation. Like
Dave Clock with the gem. I don't know if he's the best gem carrier.
Is he going to actually hold it?
Yeah,
it's headed his way.
I don't think he should be carrying it. I think it should be like Centaur or something.
XGT last game he hardly does well. This game just in one death. They've gone in mid lane. Burrow strike into it. Epicenter, there's a lift there from the Rubik, but they still get the kill on the Mirana. Epicenter being stolen. As he gets turned around, 4-5-7-6 doing some decent damage, but he'll take a fall as well. Double kill for S.
This double stun combo is just too strong. Like a hero that you normally expect to escape, like Mirana, is just dying.
The Sand King plus Centaur, you think? Or
yeah, Sand King plus Centaur. The dual stun.
They shouldn't have been there with just 2 heroes. Like, that was...
Not without the Aegis on them. With the Aegis on Mirana, I think it's okay. But without it...
And he's still doing okay here. Like, they get another tower at top lane.
Yeah,
they got
it's
an Agcept coming
slow,
on Visage, but...
Viper's not the best late game.
And even though DK's got a BKB, like you said, like the Shadow Blade, I feel would have done a bit more. But we'll see how they do here.
If they can 5-man a tower early, like a T3 tower, I think it'll be worth it, but I don't think it'll be.
It's going to get stunned up in the river. Solar Sentinel finish him off, so... Haste room from DK helping get that initiation off. But
easy kill.
Yeah. We need Shadow Blade when you find haste rooms, I guess. That's what he's gonna bank on this game.
I'm just not the biggest fan of BKB first on most heroes. Sometimes you really need it if you're like really far behind, but I don't think they're behind enough to justify
I think if you've got like a DK plus Batrider lineup, you don't need the Shadow Blade because Batrider's got your like Blink Lasso initiations, but...
yeah, actually I would beg to differ. It's always nice to have more ways to initiate.
Okay.
But it just depends on what you're going to be doing. If you can actually take 5-on-5 fights and force him to engage on you, then you can do it. You can get BKB first. But this kind of game with the Morphling, you know he's just going to split push all day.
He could be in trouble. They went into the enemy jungle, past the ward here, and that's where the Clockwork backed off. But then they smoked, went back mid lane. Oh, it's a replicate.
Why are they going on that? Their smoke didn't pop.
The Centaur, you're right, it didn't pop. There was the Centaur who was nearby who they could have killed there. It was actually a really smart move. They realized they got spotted by a ward when they went to the jungle, so they smoked here, away from this ward. I mean, I don't know if they knew where the ward was, but they smoked out of vision and completely psyched out HGT, but unfortunately didn't find any kills. His Viper's... Okay, his teammates are going to join up with him in a second now, but Aegis has expired.
Dyer's top
Gonna be
tower
respawning in
is
the next
under
2 to 5
3
minutes.
o'clock
Radiant's
timer.
bottom
Yeah.
tower is under attack.
I just wonder, like, if Valve intended to, or if they didn't intend to. Like, what do you change in the code which makes
That's what I was wondering too. I was like, it just doesn't make sense.
As a programmer, like, what changed to make that happen? Unless Valve did it on purpose, which I doubt they would.
Radiant's bottom tower
Morphling gets the
is
tier
under
2 top.
attack.
Like, this looks like any of the ones like
Radiant's bottom
in control of this
tower
game,
has
taking
fallen.
towers as they please. But HGT are always getting trades, and they're actually going to force back multiple TPs here. Otherwise, T3 tower going to go down. It's being pinged out here, and there we go. Finally, TPs come in. So this is not to get kills or initiate. This is just defend. Viper strike. I think they realize this is a replicate. They just want to kill it. They just don't want this Morphling having a TP home and then replicate back in.
They need like a plugin or something to be able to force these towers. Like the siege is just way too slow. DK and Visage is nice, but it's just not enough versus a Morphling.
Yeah.
Versus the Morphling, you wanna not end the game before 30 minutes. Well, ideally, if you can, then you will. But you want to put so much pressure on his team that he's irrelevant because his team is just starved of gold and they can't do anything by themselves. But Centaur and Sand King already have their blink. Clockwork's kind of a non-factor, but he doesn't actually need to do that much. And Morphling is just doing a job of split pushing it, and he can't kill him at all.
Mirana loose, going to bait out a blink stun there, but not too much coming from that one in. You look at Viper, I think it's a hero which adds a lot to the team with the mech, but it doesn't have the pushing power. That's where, like, the hero you mentioned, the Pugna, you can go mech run this hero and have much more pushing power. So we'll see what Viper can do. He's 2-1. He's going to have an Ag Scepter. I think he's actually complete. Yeah, he's completed the Ag Scepter. He's on mid lane. They've gone in with an Epicenter Burrow Strike to follow DJ. Going to go down to start the fight here. Mirana does get the leap away. Incoming with familiars, and there are rocket flares available, but it looks like it's just the one kill. They used everything to get the Viper. His Acceptor arrived a bit too late. He didn't actually have the extra HP at the start of the fight.
So NA are losing the ganks. They have worse late game. They took a lot of damage on their T3, and they might be ahead in gold, but in terms of momentum, objectives, and actually being closer to winning the game, I think that HGT is certainly ahead of that aspect.
Morphling gets a tier 2 bottom tower. This Morphling's...
Did he give him morph?
Burst strike in. That's going to catch out two here. Rubik got waveform. That's actually going to help him escape. He's still alive for now. DK's BK beat up. He wants Pretty Hoy. Pretty Hoy, blink in 3. One more right click will finish him off, though. So...
Still, it's a Mirana for...
Yeah. This Mirana's...
She's poor.
This was the initially tri-lane Mirana. This is not looking like a very far Mirana. I think the item build from Mirana was also really weird, because like, I remember when it was like 1v1 Morphling versus Mirana, Mirana had Bassy Ring, Bottle, and Magic Wand. Like, you want to rush Phase Boots, I'd normally say. Like, you need the bonus damage for the last hitting. She got the Phase Boots really late because of all the Magic Wand and the Bassy Ring being picked up.
That's true, but she also did need some sustain versus the Enchantress, because Enchantress was just harassing her with creeps all day.
Yeah. See, Shiki now, he's going back for that Shadow Blade, so...
Like, did he really...
Oh, he's got it now. So
oh, okay.
He's actually got it really fast. Like
that was pretty darn fast, considering... all things considered.
Yeah. Doesn't have much mana right now, but Rubik will help him out there. Has the Arcane Boot, so... And Visage with an Acceptor. So there's double Ags on Visage and Viper. Like, as much as they're not pushing down, they're not really threatening the high ground just yet, their mid-game teamfights are going to be really scary.
At the same time, can they initiate? Can they push up to T3? That's the big question. Because Morphling will just keep delaying, and then eventually you need to either out-farm him or just be able to put so much pressure that he's forced to fight with not his ideal item set. And I don't know how close they are to being able to do that, but the good news is they have enough map control to do Roshan, I feel like, as of right now, but the gold lead is slowly slipping away from them.
Well, looks like Roshan respawning soon. It was almost the full 3 minutes there. And Rocket Flare immediately scouts it out. So HGT know Roshan's back. They also know no one's attempting it just yet. After being somewhat blindsided by last time, like they could definitely contest if they knew Roshan was going down. They just didn't know. DJ now mid lane. Telekinesis is there. Needs hit multiple with the stun. Gets the Enchantress. Burrow Strike to follow. Pretty Whore. Wants DJ. The hook shot going to come in as well. Arrow. I think just hits a creep here now. The chase is on. Familiar's getting somewhat dealt with here. These Familiars is not really being microed. Only one left standing. He lost 2 Familiars, which could have used the stun, the Stone Form.
That's the point of Scepter, so you can feed him more gold.
Depends who you're asking here. Shiki now, he goes in on XGT. This is the tankier hero here. He's going to get himself out of there with the help of his teammates there, getting mixed up as well. As Clockwork gets a kill on the Rubik here. He's held in this gem for some time, Ben. You second-guessed him, and he proves you wrong. It's the Sanking actually going down the fight. Morphling now. Somewhat pushed out of the fight. Shiki's completely out of mana, though. And Shiki having no... He made his strap die here. He's got no way out. ZSMJ waveforms forward, man. Gutsy play coming out from him. The Clockwork gets a nice cogs off, trapping him down in place here. DK's taking the fall already. Clockwork getting triple stunned up. He's resummoned the Familiars here, and these Familiars actually make it go down.
Again? Oh no, that would be terrible.
Ooh, you can't actually get the impetus damage. Okay.
So why did they nerf that? It used to be able to do pure damage to them. Now you can't. Anyways, that wasn't actually that bad of a fight for any, considering that Viper was dead the whole entire time.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah, it was not the end of the world. Unfortunately, we don't have our teamfight recap. 6.81 breaking our stats features. But we'll hopefully get those back up and running soon. Morphling now with a shotgun.
You know, Sanking just like blinked in and died. I don't exactly know what he planned on doing, but I think it was the DK who instantly stunned.
DK stun is really good for getting those pick-offs. Like, whoever he stuns likely going to go down very fast. If it's Sanking, Enchantress, or Clockwork. If it's Centaur or maybe Morphling, maybe they tank it up. But anyone else is pretty much dead to a DK stun. Clockwork could force stuff to save him, but that takes a lot to ask of this Clockwork. ZSMJ, can they really kill ZSMJ? Unless they get a lot more founder, I just feel like they don't have what it takes to kill ZSMJ this game.
I don't think so. What do they have? Viper Strike, very slow damage that he can easily morph out of. DK Stun doesn't really do that much damage, and he can also morph out of it. Rubik doesn't do any damage. Visage, that's a decent one. And Mirana doesn't have any items either. If Murata had more items, I'd say they can probably kill him, but he's also going for a defensive build with the ulti orb.
Yeah, Manta style.
He needs HP though. It's a problem. Like if he goes for Maelstrom, he just dies in the Centaur.
They got the stun initiation on S here, and there's a Viper Strike to back this one up here. S trying to heal himself through this one, and with the passive, he's gonna get out of there. Just barely. That max untouchable. That untouchable buff, man. Too OP. Whether it's 4 seconds or 3 seconds, no one knows, but it's enough. It's long enough.
Oh, nice
whatever it is.
Easy dodge.
They're actually sieging high ground. Clockwork gets a hook shot from downtown, finds the Rubik who force stops out of this one. The Centaur is now trapped in the Cognizant 14. He gets lifted up into the air here. Viper Strike's going left, right, and center here with the exit to ZSMJ. He's used his shotgun already. Will bring down the Viper. Actually, the Impetus finishing off. Morphling actually finishing off the Rubik with the shotgun, and now full retreat from NE. So he shotguns the Rubik, and then the Impetuses help bring down the
That
Viper,
was...
so.
Why did they start to push there without Roshan? It was an opportune time, as in the lanes were pushed out and Morphling wasn't pressuring them that hard. Maybe they felt like if we don't push now, then Morphling's just going to get us. And that's the thing about Morphling. Like, you have to be able to end the game early, or else the split push, and you're just going to make a bad decision there.
It also felt like once they started doing damage to the tier 3 tower, they're like, oh, we
got
got this tier 3 tower. They didn't, it's just because HGT were waiting their time. They were biding their time, and then they waited for the right opening, waited for the Clockwork hookshot, then went in.
That was a nice hook.
I couldn't believe it hit the Rubik. It was like what the Viper who was like right in front of him, who had like somehow just
it also like he hits a Rubik, he forces the Force Staff out of the Rubik, and then he pushes the Viper into the base. So Viper is almost certainly dead. Rubik's Force Staff is down, and he is forced to run and get better positioning. So it's a really good hook shot from him.
Yeah, Rubik wants to save that Force Staff for someone getting caught up by like a Centaur stun or something.
Or to initiate on a really important hero like Sand King who's Zepping or something like that.
Viper now going to start working on a BKB for himself, and it's going to be a smoke here, but... Oh, Clockwork's in this. Oh no. Is there any...
They had a gem earlier.
protection?
It was on Dragon Knight. And then, I don't know where it is now.
He's dead. Clockwork with a gem, and the other gem maybe sitting at base somewhere? Yeah, seeing the Radiant base, so Dust and Gem sitting there, so that's... that's sad to see. And he just... At the same time, they're probably thinking, look, we had the gem early for de-warning, but rebuying one, it's only going to be used for Sanking and Sandstorm.
This is a big item pickup from Centaur. He has the Pipe, and Pipe mitigates a lot of their damage. Just because Mirana doesn't provide any right click, it's pretty much almost all magic, barring maybe a little bit from Viper and Dragon Knight.
Yeah, it sure looks that way here. The other scary thing is here, ZSMJ has not picked up a new item. He's sitting on 5k gold. He's just bought something. What's it going to be? Manta style, it seems. He picks up a Yasha, so...
Manta's good. He doesn't need BKB.
The Manta's good because I always like the Manta shotgun, because after you shotgun, you can Manta out and then start right-clicking.
Yeah.
Just so you don't have any downtime as far as dishing out damage in a fight.
And it's really good against 2 single target spells. Or actually, they have a lot of single target. They have Arrow, they have DK Stun, Viper Strike, and a lot of the Visage Burst too. So they can't really do anything to him if he initiates.
You can dodge Viper Strike with Manta, I guess?
You can dodge anything with Manta. Okay. It's just really hard to do.
Well, you can't dodge like a DK Stun.
You can dodge...
yeah, you can't dodge instant.
You can dodge projectile. Any projectile-based spell.
We'll see what the plan's going to be here. ZSMJ. They don't really care about pushing high ground, I feel, HGT. Like, if they can chip away at the high ground when the push is coming their way by split pushing, like we've seen ZSMJ do earlier at top lane, they will. But I feel like they're never... at no point do they need to 5-man and try push high ground in the next 5-10 minutes. There's a hook on here on Chicky, but he's got BKB. What's this Clockwork doing? He could lose a gem of this one. He forced us away here. Unfortunately, Chicky should have played after. Nice Cog's coming into play here.
What a YOLO player.
Yeah.
He is.
If Shiki had any backup, like a full
the arrow hit? The arrow hits more.
Dire's top tower is
high
under
ground.
attack.
That's a lot of time.
They find that they deal with the Morphling replicate, but yeah, it also loses his replicate, so we can't get back into this fight. He's gonna have to walk his way there pretty hard. Good gutsy position to be in.
Is under attack.
This is all. Look at the Radiant Vision though. They've got wards in like all over the ancients. The
oh, my
lane,
thing
the
started
lane.
working. Sick.
You don't have to watch my shoddy camera work.
I just can't like pull up stuff when I want to, like items and. Well, actually, HGT has a goalie. That's really bad for any, considering they have HGT has better late game.
Morphling is just so fat. He's 18k net worth to the 11.5 of DK.
Yeah, he can buy his Manta now if he wants.
I don't think no real need to save for buyback. I guess if you die and don't have buyback, maybe you get wrecked. So
it's just really unlikely that he's gonna die.
Yeah.
Without hexes, without Orchid, without anything like that, he's very, very unlikely to die.
it feels like a game we're going to see. It probably goes for another 10-15 minutes. But when this game ends, I don't think ZSMJ has a single death to his name. It's a very likely case scenario.
Viper should also, I think, go for a pipe. Pipe is... It helps his teammates out a lot when they get focused with Centaur ult or Sand King ultimate or even the shotgun. It blocks a lot of damage, and Pipe actually got buffed this patch too. I'm surprised more people aren't getting it.
They have got the null field from Rubik, but yeah, there's nothing like a good old-fashioned pipe on top of that. And
I mean, how much right click do they actually have? Like almost none, just from Morphling, and if they just focus Viper Strike on Morphling.
Nice DK gank at bottom. That's the Familiars plus the Dragon Knight. It is creating space somewhat for Roshan to go down here with Clockwork and Enchantress teaming up with that, with the Morphling. But
Space created.
top lane, more space being created by XTT, and they just have no idea Roshan's going on. With XCT at top and Sanking at bottom lane, they're just like, okay, we see two heroes on the map.
Well, if you thought Morphling was invulnerable before.
Yeah. I'm surprised he's not banging his Manta. Like, Bakuri's just sitting weighing a base. There we go. Takes his time. And we'll see
Well,
that.
he could save for a buyback.
He's got 8%. Oh, he gets him with the cog. Oh, the battery assault as well. 4 subs out of there. They've got vision to this one. One more impetus to get the kill. Nicely played there. The hook shot hit a creep, but he got him with the
Can they go
battery
mid with
assault.
this? I think so.
I think with Aegis they consider pushing high ground.
It's only 50 seconds, and I don't actually know if they can rotate mid and then go that early, that quickly.
They probably do want to consider pushing high ground just soon because they've got Aegis. Like, while sometime during the next 5 minutes, I think they go for, if not like a 5-man push, they're going to just at least apply pressure onto the high ground by split pushing.
They don't have to though. That's the scary part.
Who's actually getting? I guess DK's like kind of your late game carry for any. Morana's just maybe with a like if you can somehow finish off the Mjolnir to go with the Manta style.
Yeah, right.
That's a big if. Yeah. Maples is having a rough game. He's number 5 on the net worth. He's almost behind the Enchantress.
That's what happens when your trialing doesn't work out. Offensive try.
Shotgun Maples. Oh, dodges. Oh, there's your Adaptive Strike, but gets out of the ethereal form. That would have been close. I think he may have just barely lived if he got full shotgun.
I don't know. I think he dies. He has 231 agi. That's a lot. I think he dies.
How much bonus damage you take from the ethereal form? Because he was sitting on half HP, and the Adaptive Strike took away like a quarter of his HP. So it doesn't actually damage your ethereal form. Doesn't double it though, does it? Take 40% bonus magic damage. So.
No.
Yeah, so probably would have just lived that one, but would have been close. ZSMJ now finds a familiar, and it's like you say, the Ag's just feeding away more familiar money. He may lose some more here. Waveform through ZSMJ. One more right click. No. I'm surprised. He could have actually killed at least one of those, but he went for a waveform to clear off some creeps.
He could Manta Seizure at this point too.
Yeah, just keep throwing illusions at the enemy base, bit by bit, chip away.
Replicate Centaur for the
Centaur is
return
gonna
damage.
have a heart soon. That's XCT has been like the series MVP for HGT. Like, these SMJs played really well this game, but you look at the series as a whole, and I think apart from his Keeper of the Light, I don't know if that was his idea or if it was somehow like the captain's or what it was, but that was his game 1 Keeper of the Light solo mid that didn't do too well.
So he might get a free T3 right here with the Manta Seizure. They can't do anything about it.
Illusions do...
Oh, come on, right click that ZSMJ. What?
Dire's top tower has been denied.
Rubik gets the Adaptive Strike still.
Did he steal from Illusion?
Yeah.
Can you steal from? I didn't know you could steal from Illusions. That's cool. Because Illusions like technically don't use any spells.
So is this going to be a strength Adaptive Strike? I'm trying to figure out. He's got 38. He's got more strength than agility, so he's going to have a pretty... If strength is 50% higher, it deals the maximum. Oh no, it's not 50% higher though. So it's going to be that like
this is a
middle ground.
Yeah.
Okay. So it'll be some neutral area. I don't know. I always get confused by the the maths of adaptive strike, I never understand. I just do everything by feel. Like,
That's true.
it's not something where you can just think, okay, this is the exact, like, I need to have 30 agility and
Just go
54 strength
go
to do
glowing
the
green
good right stun.
glowing green strat is the best strat.
Unless you're Rubik, then you want to go glowing red strat.
Yeah, that's true. Morphling is see, he could be glowing green right now, but he's not. I don't know why. It's cool. It's cool, man.
Just to scare your opponents away.
Yeah. Be like, look what I can do. Mofos.
ZSMJ ain't no hipster. He's an old school veteran.
He doesn't even care about the arrow. Just like I can
If
dodge that.
even if that was coming at him, he probably would have just tanked it and be like, no big.
How long do they have Aegis for?
He's bought a BKB now as well. BKB coming out, so that'll probably replace his magic wand. And that's with BKB. This is likely going to be Raxus coming down here. Blink. Also, I'm going to catch up Marana. Maples gets blown up by the shotgun. Fire strike. Epicenter. Epicenter gets cancelled. Pretty hard. Not the best initiation from him. He gets taken out of the fight. Nice DK stun coming in. Marana going to buy back for this one as well. Hook shot catches the Viper here. Gets trapped in the cogs, but Clockwork doesn't want to fight. This forced up to the low ground. They're on the retreat now, and S, unfortunately for him, he's got no way to retreat. They lose 2. It does cost them a Marana buyback, though. Still not bad.
Why is DSMJ not going in more? He has Aegis, he has BKB, he has Manta Style, he has Replicate, he has Strength Morph. He has a lot of tools in his arsenal, and
Did he have the BKB before the fight began?
I don't think so, but
I think it arrived
he still has
afterwards.
Aegis.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
are you going to die with Aegis twice?
Why
No.
did he could even just right-click Raxus? There's no glyph.
Yeah, I don't know.
His range track's half HP.
He's a little conservative for my liking.
The longer this game goes, you look at DK starting to get farmed. He picks up an Assault Crest now, so...
Morphling's almost 6 slotted too. So Butterfly or Scotty, I would probably say Scotty's better.
This looks like a decent Scotty game. It'll just help when
They're
he's
both
right-clicking onto heroes to have the extra slow to get those skills.
Yeah, he needs it on the BKB heroes, because how many people have BKB? 2? DK has
DK
one,
is
Viper
working.
almost has
Yeah,
one.
Viper just bought.
Yeah.
Marana
nice.
maybe goes BKB next. Who knows? Marana bought back that fight. I mean, you talk about Marana going to late game after that buyback, not going to happen.
No way.
This is one of those games where Maples is not going to be the character.
Did you see how fast he died too? It was like,
What was he thinking? Really? Why is he there?
well, easy familiar gold.
Yeah. I resummoned.
See, ZSMJ, he uses his Manta to kill familiars instead of like going all balls deep on the Rex.
Money.
With Aegis, yeah.
Viper Strike on just on a center. That's an illusion replicate. DJ in trouble. He's going to go down. Doesn't get his BKB off. Oh dear, the familiar is also going to drop. He kills 2 familiars. That's with the BKB now.
Who was that Lifestealer player that didn't kill the wards? If this was ZSMJ, he would definitely kill the wards.
Yeah. The Lifestealer... I don't remember now. I think it was one of the players from... It was one of these teams we were watching. Well, it was one of the teams in this tournament. I think it was NE, maybe?
Oh, I know it was on
No,
the team this
it wasn't
tournament.
NE.
I just kept constantly making fun of him for that.
What am I? The shotgun going to be more than enough to bring down the Dragon Knight. And with that,
Oh!
no buyback. He just bought the Assault Crest.
Huge 2-man stomp. and
GG.
That is...
All their core heroes buy. They bought their big items. They bought their Assault Crest. They bought their BKB on Viper, but they didn't even get to use
This
them.
is why Centaur and Sinking such a strong opener, because you can't get BKB versus them, but you kind of need BKB versus them.
Yeah.
They just blink stun, just chain stun you down 100 to 0, and you can't do anything about it. Like you need like 4 steps on support as well as BKB on them, and even then you're on the back foot because what are you gonna do? Turn around on a Centaur? Probably not, because he has heart.
And like you can get your BKBs off or avoid the stuns most of the time, but the one time Sand catches you with a blink burst
Yes.
before you BKB and you get burst down, you have a 4k gold item which you were relying on to stay alive in a fight, not there helping you out. So it can save you most of the game, but that one time, that one pick off, I mean, it was multiple times this game. And Marana especially couldn't get away from those stuns. I mean, Marana obviously never finishing a BKB, but...
And even if it does go poorly, what happens? You lose a Sand King, you back off, and that's the end of the day. Whereas if you lose your carry's life and then he buys back just like that, then you're probably going to lose the game after that too.
Yep.
So,
well, with that, unfortunately for New Element, they're knocked out of the tournament. This was the loser bracket match. We can maybe take a quick look at our bracket, but with that, we do have Hearts Get Together, or Hyper Glory Team, as we have to call them, advancing to the next round of the loser bracket. So they'll be going up against the winner of I think the other loser bracket match, if that's how it's going to work. So the other loser bracket match is IG versus
Is it?
Titan.
I don't know if it works.
Or is it the teams who drop down next?
I
No, they
think it might
versus
be
the teams who drop down
next.
Yeah, teams who drop down from the semifinals.
Here we go.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the teams who drop down from the winner bracket semifinals will.
The bottom one is LGD Titan and the other team.
No,
LGD.
Yeah.
LGD versus
LGD versus Dreamtime. So
okay.
I think HGT will versus the loser of LGD Dreamtime.
Yeah.
Because I think they swap when you get to the second round, so you don't verse the same
okay.
team. So IG Titan, that's your other loser bracket match. That match, I think, taking place tomorrow. There are a couple schedule changes. We'll update you guys as much as possible. You can check out I think most of the match tickers join Dota, Team Liquid, Gosu Gamers have all been informed. So matches continue tomorrow. We've got at least 2 best of 3s tomorrow.
Dota 2 Lounge has not been informed.
Yeah, Dota 2 Lounge.
Oh wait, no, it has been.
There we go.
It got taken
They
out.
know. So Vici Gaming versus Newbie, unfortunately postponed. That's the match a lot of people looking forward to. I think that's going to be taking place on like May 4th. Fairly early time, like midday Singapore time, but looking forward to that. But yeah, that does it for us. Thanks for joining me, Ben.
Congratulations to HGT for making it past the second round.
They had a sad game 1 though.
Yeah.
Man. That was game 1.
I'm surprised they didn't say that for game 2, because usually in a best of 3,
you win a game and then
you win a game and then you full round and then. But
Yep.
6.81. Few thoughts.
It felt like 6.8. It didn't feel like 6.81. I'm gonna be honest. That did not feel like 6. Any different to normal.
Well, the first game did.
Yeah. Well, the first game was clowny as all hell. So
Hopefully some teams get some their experimentation caps on.
No. Well, the one exciting thing being 6.81 meant our bundle and Dota TV tickets in the store, guys. So if you want to support the tournament, you can do so. Check out the Dota TV ticket. $2.50 from every $10 purchase adds to the prize pool, helps support the teams as well as the tournament. And you also get a cool little axe set to go with it. As well as you make yourself eligible to watch games in Dota TV, get your cool item drops. But for now, guys, we're done. The Summit Asia will continue tomorrow with a couple best of 3s. But the Summit Europe's going to be starting in 3 hours' time. So Summit Europe's going to be on in 3 hours. I believe LD and Zaire will be covering those matches. But myself, Gods, Merlini, we're done. And we'll be seeing you guys tomorrow for more action from the Summit Asia. See you guys then.